Yo, Q, what up? Yo, Q,
Man,
what
I'm
up?
keeping it real. What up, Duan?
Welcome
Let's get it.
to Not Just Music, where we keep it real and honest.
Always.
My mama praying, telling me, Q, you need to chill. They can't respect the truth, I'm just honest.
What's going on, everybody? 8 o'clock p.m. Not Just Music Podcast. We back at it again on Thursday. Hopefully everybody's doing great. Hopefully the turn of time has gave you great energies, gave you good vibes, nothing negative. Hopefully you're growing. Hopefully your career is jumping. Hopefully
you got
everything is
great
popping.
health.
In health, everything. God is good, you know, and He's big
all the time.
So just know that we here at Not Just Music Podcast. We're definitely here to root y'all on. I'm here to root y'all on all the time. I mean, whenever, every day I try to get y'all something, whether it's good or bad, but try to do something daily to try to, and this to inspire myself as well too, because I mean it's inspiring to me to be able to inspire. So you know what we give, we consider everybody as servants. So continue to give to people too. You know, share it with somebody if you can. You know, as I always say, it's nothing. It doesn't hurt to hit that share button. You know, some people feel like, oh man, we can't. You know, I ain't trying to level up nobody else. We all can level up.
Yeah,
we all can level up. So how's everything, bro?
Everything good, man. You know,
good.
Another day.
Good, man. We blessed to
another episode.
We blessed to be in here doing this stuff, man. Another chance to get out what we feel we want to get out. How is your scope on life going? As I always like to ask this every few episodes, man. How's everything going? Everything blessed, you know.
Yeah, man, everything blessing, man. Going with the motions, you know, with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, across the world, you know, of course, it's hard everywhere. You know, economic wise and financially, job wise and stuff. My heart goes out to all the people out there that may be bad situation right now. You know, I know it ain't easy, but never lose faith. Keep going. You know, stay inspired. You know, positive, and things gonna change. So, just keeping up with the motions, man. You know, family. We all deal with all that stuff, man. You know, it's like
this is why I'm bringing it up. One thing I feel, and this is for everybody, that is. This episode is going to be, and I love to bring this up every here and now and again too, about being a better business influenced person, somebody that is influenced, that is ready to get into business for themselves. Yeah. One thing I feel we don't look at firstly before we start a business is making sure that we have everything cleared up.
I'm victim of that.
It's
I'm victim of that.
Let's be
not having all dots connected. Yeah.
Getting things popping can be a headache sometimes, man. And you know, from the first time we talked about starting a business, a lot has changed since just that short time.
Yeah. Like that.
One thing I feel that we are needing to do better at is, like I said, clearing your path. This should be inspiring for me too, because
credit and all that,
everything, bro. Anything that can hinder you from being great.
Cause we need to talk about this.
Yeah, we'll get caught up on something, bro. You know, and it'll take us completely away from our goal just because we got so much going on.
Distractions.
So I'm gonna tell y'all something, and this is being open to everybody. But this ain't just for the business person. This for if you want to be inspired to clear things up. It's time to clear things up. So let's clear things. First thing I feel a lot of us do is we're spending way too much money. Way too much money. I'm gonna tell you why. This has been a crazy part for a lot of people to understand. So everybody's like, yeah, you know, we got the new technology. We got, Roku devices. We have Fire Sticks and stuff like that. You know, we can watch TV directly on our computer. You know, we just pull up the app, pull up the website. You know, we on and we off, right? So you're like, yeah, we man, replace your cable and get this, and this is be a cheaper move, blah 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 blah. But I'm gonna tell you something. In all honesty, let's do the numbers here. So if you're paying $65 for internet, let's be honest. So you're spending, let's say if you're one of those people that's gonna like to get the top package of DirecTV, right? So you get the top package, you're paying $180 to about $200 for the top package, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, yeah, people come in, you know, Roku, Fire Stick, yeah, we can replace all of that, you know, you can save a whole lot of money, right? So again, first off, you already got to spend money on the internet for this Fire Stick or this Roku to work. First, let's say they go $75 right there, right? I'm just thinking a little slightly over, but slightly under, because most people spend about $50 to $75 on internet. So let's start off with saying Hulu. If you got Hulu, you already know how much that costs a month, y'all. So let's add another $70 to that, right?
Netflix, you got
that's $100. So we already got $140. You just said Netflix, so we're gonna add
more than one.
They go $20 more because Netflix is $20 a month, $21 a month if you got the big package. So we got $140. We done added $20 to that, so we got $160, right? A lot of y'all want to go get HBO. You got Amazon. You got to pay for Amazon yearly, or if you ain't paying for it monthly, because I think monthly is $15 too.
You want to know something? They ain't even watching it, man. They ain't even watching all the stuff they buying, man.
Let's see where we're spending money at, where we can start cutting back on some bills.
And putting it into something else or saving
the biggest thing where we're spending money at is between the internet, apps, and a cell phone. Internet, apps, and cell phones.
Now let's be clear. He talking about wants. This ain't needs.
Not needs.
This is different from needs. This is wants.
So let's clear this up, right?
Yeah.
Most business mentality driven people mess up, and this is talking about the business mindset people. Mess up by trying to add more to their plate than what they really can handle. How do you add all of these? You gotta, don't forget, you gotta eat. You gotta have a car, get back and forth to work.
Gotta
gas,
have shelter, roof over your
car
head.
insurance, like Q said, house, apartment, whatever it is, roof over your head, power bill, water bill, gas bill.
Oh, you got kids,
family. If you got all of this stuff, you got to think about all of this stuff now before you jump into business. Now, inexperienced, Duan has done and made
a lot of sacrifices,
unexperienced decisions, and I'm talking about going back to like 2000, as far as like 2000, let's say 2005. When I really, well, actually 2004, when I really started getting going on the musical journey and understanding the internet and what the internet could be. I'm one of those people, like I say, I hate saying how long I had a website. I've literally had a website, duanbarino.com. I've held it down since 2007.
But you did it on your own. And you ain't had no OG.
I never had anybody. I mean, I might have had somebody be like, okay, you need to get a website. But they never details showing me, giving me game to show me how to do it. I literally had to understand all this. Now, like I said, AI has completely changed the game of putting a website together. You literally can click and just drag and drop, put stuff on. You can just move it around and hit a button and it's out and it's ready to go. How I did it, it was code. It had to be coded in. I had to sit there and learn code, and this got to be placed the correct way. It wasn't like you could just click things, just slide it into place. Wherever you had these number codes at, that's where that thing was going to fit. It might be offset sometimes because it was just crazy. But
long story short, trial and error.
Trial and error. But I thought about it. The things that I was spending money on at the time were needed for, I needed to take that time to learn how to create, which it did help me learn how to create, build websites and things of that nature. And of course, things sped up very fast from 2007 until now. Now, it makes things so much easier. You can manage a bunch of websites for folk because it's just easy to do. It's easy to do in some sense, some instances, some people still have those problems. But long story short, all the stuff that it takes to run a business is going to take some fun. So let's think about this.
Let's get deep with it.
Okay. If you're spending so much money on food and on your household and on your lifestyle and taking care of all that stuff, where is the money going to come from to get this business off the ground? Now,
Good question.
let's think about it. And I hate that I just learned this stuff as of about the past
Going on
year.
40.
And
You
just not figuring out the right way to actually do it because somebody was actually willing to go risk it all just to learn the game.
And I put that out there because it's never too late.
Yeah, it's
learn,
never too late.
You know what I'm saying?
It's never too late.
Yeah.
If you feel like it's too late, that's just a thing of just a mental adjustment that you can make. Don't feel like it's too late. Don't feel like you're in too big of a hole that you can't get out of it. And always continue to motivate and tell yourself that you can do it. Oh, I can do this. I can do it. You can do it. So now, if it's let me do a question for this. If you're the person that is in a hole, in a slump, and nobody's really perfectly set. Don't make it. I'm not saying like you have to be perfectly set to be, or your money is all. You can have money and still be in a hole.
Yeah.
You can be a millionaire and still be in a hole. So I could be talking to you too. So what if you're at that point where you're spending way too much? If you go to the house right now, or if you're at home right now, you pull up everything that you got.
Yeah.
Does your numbers match up with what you need to do to consider yourself in the clear? If you're one of those people that are in that point where you're just like, okay, I know I'm spending way too much money. You know, stuff is cutting off. I mean, we've all been there. You know, the key is get out here, work to fix it, put it all together. Try to get all these things off your back. So the first thing I would say do, and this is just my advice, find all those bills that are recurring every single month. That's one thing that kicks. Period. Whoever you are, it kicks your tail every single month to be paying something every single month that you're not
Even using.
visually. Yeah, and you're not visually seeing it, because even if you do have money, the money coming in, that's an extra $20 or extra $50 or extra $35 or whatever it is that you're spending on it. That's a waste of your money if you're not gonna use it. Like you said, if you're not using it, get rid of it. So to me,
now you got me thinking about what I'm using.
yeah, I'm just being honest.
This deep, bro.
So if you take all those bills that, so you think about it. So if you're spending $20 a month on Netflix and you're only watching Netflix once a month, you don't need Netflix.
You don't need it. That's a $20, $20, $40, $30 in your pocket right there.
That simple. If you're using it, that you think long term. So you think you take that $20, you can put that $20 in savings, right? So think about if you got 3 recurring bills every month. If one is 10, one is 25, and one is 40. Think about it. All that money could go towards your savings or killing those bills that you're having that are late right now. It's not making sense, but it's making sense. This will make sense to you after a while, because it's a trip what was being coming out of my account that I wasn't even paying attention to for years or something for months. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I ain't even using this. Matter of fact, I don't even know what this $10 is. I don't even know where is it coming? Why is it coming out of my account every month? This $10 coming out. So you think about it, all this money that you're spending and your other bills that you need to be on top of are suffering because you're paying for stuff that you really don't need. Another thing you could do, don't overspend on food. That's another trap that a lot of us really run into on a regular, because let's go fill up the refrigerator. Let's go fill up the freezer. We fill up the freezer and then we still going out to go buy food. We got a freezer full of food.
I'm guilty.
And
I'm guilty.
Refrigerator full of food.
I'm guilty.
And we sitting up here buying food out when we know we can go to the house and make us something real fast to eat. But again,
And but you know what? And it ain't just the younger generations doing it. It's the older people.
The
older people done got lazy, man.
Ain't nobody excluded.
Don't want to cook.
Yeah, it's not an exclusion for anybody. And you know, when I told you the other week, you know, I grill about 2-3 times a week, bro. And it's crazy how much money that I was spending out that I wasn't even paying attention to. And it's like, even if I'm just spending $3 to go get something small or $2 to get something small out of a store. Yeah. Think about it. If I'm the type of person to spend $2 every day out of a store in a week, that's what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, $14. Think about that.
So how much money should you spend on an average day?
To me, it depends on the life. So if you're the type of person, so let's say, if you're taking care of your food, if you're taking care of your gas,
like each day, how much in a day?
So in a day, to me, if you're the type of person that has to spend money, you could be a person that I like to get a snack every single day, right?
Vending machine at work.
If it's something like that, right?
Yeah. If
you know that your money budgeted for that week isn't hurting, and if some people, let's just say I have a $250 budget a week I want to spend, right? That I can spend. Not I make $250 a week and that's the money I had to spend. I'm talking about, say if I have $250 that I can spend in a week, right?
Yeah.
To me, that type of person shouldn't spend anywhere no more than $5 a day.
And you want to know what I was going to say too, that you brought that up. Always come up with the balance that you want per week, like you said, yeah, and withdraw that into your check-ins. Mm-hmm. Keep the rest in your savings or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Put out your weekly, what you plan to spend that week. Mm-hmm. So then your mindset will be like, this is, you looking at it like, I can't spend all this. Mm-hmm. I guess it's got to last me the week. Because your mindset, that's a big thing too. Once you see it, you visually see it, but if you withdrawing from here, taking a little bit out each time, mm-hmm, it's gonna rile up, and you won't even know how much you done spent because you lose focus. You know what I'm saying?
Your biggest thing, like you just you brought up, you take somebody who don't know how to budget it like that. Yeah. That is disaster.
Yeah.
So another thing, and then add on to that, those bills that you do have that you know, like you said, you got to put money to the side for it. Mark a calendar. This is another thing I felt like I was, and this is recently I really started putting it in my mental to do it even more. So being consistent at being a better, budgeter. Put every bill you have on the calendar and set a notification on your phone to let you know when it's coming a week ahead. That has changed how much money I spent, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you, like, I felt, I don't know. And it's not like, it's like once I started doing it, it's like, man, I feel stupid. But I'm not stupid, but it was a learning process.
Yeah.
So when that money is coming out, knowing every bill you have, even the recurring bills, even the little apps and stuff like that you spending $2, $1 on every month from on your phone, your video games. If you have all that stuff budgeted in your mind, you're going to forget it one day.
That's why I said visual, seeing it.
Mark it. Like he just said. Vision, if you see it coming, you will know when you will automatically do what you're supposed to do with that.
You can't automatically think you're going to remember it up here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And you won't. You can, I don't care if you do it for a year straight. 2 years come by, you're going to forget one of them bills.
Ah, dang. I forgot this was due today.
Even if it was $5, even if it was $5, even if it was $10, right?
Then you get home, them lights off.
Now see, that's what we trying to alleviate, that part. And this is the part where I feel like if we know where we spending a whole lot of money at, mm-hmm, we can get rich a whole lot quicker and easier because we're seeing the money. We know what's coming out. We know it could be a thing of, I'm tight this month. But again, I got money in my savings, so I ain't got to mess that money. I just slide it. Now, that's what we need to get to first. Making sure all the bills that we're taking are taken care of. And those things that are on our credit that we could get, at least start paying on things like that to get it off our credit, or to help. I mean, like I said, you got to start somewhere. The biggest thing, what I'm trying to get us to, is financial freedom. How do we get there? One way, and this is a method that I've learned. If you're going to be a business person, a businessman, make sure firstly that you become a certified business. LLC, EI number, all of that is important. The reason why, if you have your credit together and you have an LLC, you're lining yourself up to be able to have freedom money coming in your way. Creditable money that a bank will feel free to give you money. Then you can get a $10,000 loan, $20,000 loan easily now to get your business off the ground. See, a lot of people are doing this backwards. People feel like, if you got the bread in your pocket to do it, do it. If you got the money to do it. But for those that don't have that money and don't have the best credit in the world, the biggest thing you can do, get you a business going. Clear up your credit enough to where they can give you a loan to get your business, you can get everything that you need popping from the ground, and make sure you're making investments with inside of the LLC. Hear that, right? Make the business investments or investments period inside of the LLC. So one thing, it won't come back to you. It'll come back to that LLC. If everything was to go up in smoke, all you have to do is give up what was for the LLC. For what you have for you in your personal life, that would be the biggest thing that you want to go for, that you want to shoot for. I know I'm saying a whole lot, but again, it's
important information,
bro. This needs to be heard. Get your LLCs, y'all. Like, get your credit in decent order, so you can be able to, when you do make those investments, you can help your credit out and paying off everything and all your bills and stuff like that. Yeah, it can come out of that, but at the same time, make sure you be able to replace it. But the biggest thing is making sure that you have the mentality that you want to be a businessman and you're going to make buku money. Don't come in thinking like, man, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this will be effective. I don't want to be in the shoes of somebody that, that loses, and the business doesn't. Nope, we ain't thinking about that. We gonna win. Everybody that's under the sound of my voice right now, we winners.
Yeah,
we gonna win. I want my team, the people that's around me, to win just as well. So for those that are around me, like,
you can't run from this stuff, man. You gotta face it head on one day. You know what I'm saying?
Or you gonna burn.
You can't run from
your
ever.
credit. Your credit is important, y'all. If you're going to be a businessman, make sure you get decency in your credit.
Because a lot of people they're like short living. Like, I'm gonna die anyway.
Mm-hmm. Like, and that's how they roll.
Like, why should I work hard to get this credit up?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then you 20, you could make it 20 more years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you still with bad credit.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Don't think like that. Think like you can change this today. You know what I'm saying?
Knowing that we can reach and achieve these things is in your mind, maybe a very hard task. But the biggest thing, as we stated in the beginning, finding those things that we're not paying attention to. That would be first. Meaning those bills that's taking us what we feel that we should have, and we just got it just because we got it and wanted to get it. And then it's just constantly coming out of our account every single month, and we ain't paying it no attention. We ain't even using the apps or whatever. Get rid of all of those. Get rid of everything like that. I mean, even if it's going into the producers world, like those producers that pay attention to what they're doing, meaning the new technology where you're buying into something monthly. If you feel that if there's a way that you can purchase something for the whole entire year, do that. You want to do that because it's 100,000 ways to make money, but there's also 100,000 ways to lose it. So you have to take away those little things that are messing you up, that's getting in your way. that's not allowing you to be great, that's not allowing you to take care of just your basic bills, your house bills. Meaning, if you have some payments that's behind, if you don't make this payment this week or tomorrow, they're going to shut it off tomorrow. Don't get yourself in those positions.
And can I say one thing, a big thing? Money is easy to make, but it's hard to keep.
Yep. One of the hardest things to do in life is keep money. We can't keep it. And that's the hardest part. If you're going to spend it, let's make sure that we're spending it wisely towards something that we have to get off of our plate. We're spending too much time going backwards, trying to take care of things that we're messing up our money. And, once the money is messed up, it don't come back that easy, because you're so far behind in the hole. But the biggest thing is making sure you're taking care of the bills that are most importantly. So
but live too a little bit too. Like I'm gonna push that. Live a little bit too if your budget afford. After you pay what you need to pay, live your life too, cause we can't take this with us when we go. You know what I'm saying? And mainly, probably what you don't work for your whole life, whatever you got, it's gonna go to somebody else when you go. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I would say this:
you get what I'm saying?
The younger generation coming now, I would say, make sure you got all your ducks in a row while you're young, and I say work while you're young, and
do something with that money that your parents are giving you. Invest that into something. Live your life, a young life.
But make sure that you take advantage of those small opportunities and journeys you can take. But don't go so far in your mind to start making outrageous purchases at a young age. Something that a lot of young people do. They make outrageous purchases and they can't even handle it. And that could get you in a big situation early if you don't watch yourself. Make sure, again, if you're going to be business savvy, business mentality, push your business the right way. Go get you some LLCs. Go get your LLCs and take it to the next level, because with an LLC you'll be able to do a whole lot more than what you'll be able to do just with your natural money that you have. So I think I covered everything. I think I covered everything in my brain cell that I could say that could mess us up money wise. Like nowadays, those things that are really hurting us. Take care of those bills that really need to be taken care of. Get those bills up to date, because creditors look at things that are up to date. If things are out of date and you just constantly got red flags on your name, you're not going to be able to get anything. And the process is, like I said, it's hard to do, but it's easy to do if you're just working. Anybody that's out here that's hearing me, make sure you find you a job that's 40 to 60 hours. If you can't find a 40 hour job, go get you 3 of them. 3 20-hour jobs. 60 hours a week, man. That should set you up to at least get yourself moving. If you're working less than 60 hours, get off of YouTube right now. Get off this podcast right now. Get off this post right now. If you ain't working 60 hours, you need to be, something is wrong. It's nothing wrong.
60 hours let's talk about it. 60 hours in a week.
You need to be working 60 hours in a week.
So all the ones that got money, the great ones got be working.
They had to do something, and I'm being honest with you. Even the ones that's making billions and trillions of dollars are the ones they're working. Some of them ain't even taking off no time. You take somebody like the dude that Bezos. Bezos don't. I guarantee you, he didn't take days off.
So artists, I we talking about money. So like artists, so you saying like they work basically all the time too. Just because you do music don't mean you just. It's all. Let's see, and this is one thing. Do some of them got other jobs? You think like work other jobs?
Multiple hustles.
Yeah.
Just like you take somebody like Rick Ross. Rick Ross got multiple hustles. Everything that you're buying, you're investing in. You're making money from that. This man bought all that house and all that land to throw a car show like he did this past weekend. A car show and a animal show showcase.
That is a state, yeah.
Making money from it. That's the thing. We need to find those business investments that's going to make us money. That's going to appreciate then depreciate. If depreciation comes in, you shouldn't even make that purchase. You got to get something that's going to make you some money. It's ways to do it. The hardest part is finding your way into it to be able to do it. You can do it just like a music artist, like you said. To me,
they always on the road too, doing shows, touring. Like What about the touring part? Like, is a lot of sacrifice money they put into that? Like, it's a gamble because what if they don't sell enough tickets? How
touring isn't? But again, touring is about to come obsolete. Doing stuff like you did is what the world is going to probably eventually end up in.
Yeah,
you can just get on somebody's website and pull up a 15-minute show, a 30-minute show, an hour show that they did live. That's like the Tiny Desk.
Like the Tiny Desk.
Tiny Desk, that's considerably what they are bringing. That is considerably show. That's a show. Mm-hmm. People ain't going to hit stages like they used to no more. And it's not saying that it's over with, but the case of how to do it, how doing it the correct way, it's really not a thing anymore, man. These janky promoters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you got to pay all these people just to get a show off, like with Beyonce. If you're her, somebody like her, that's a different story. Because her whole tour is going to make $1 billion.
It's different.
Yeah, if you got somebody like that, you're different. But if you're somebody like that's independent, my biggest thing is use the internet to grind. That's part of the business. And that's why I say, like, you get your LLCs, it's easier to make that money with the LLCs online than being offline. The reason for the LLC, like I said, is to get considerably boost your business. But yeah, this is one of those things. Like I said, we could talk about this for hours and hours and hours, and it just goes on and on and on. Different ways you can make your money. But the biggest thing is clear your credit, clear your path, clear all those unnecessary bills that's in your way. Get them out the way. You about to give yourself a headache trying to keep up with all these people and buying unnecessary stuff. And don't worry about your friend over there at the crib, man. They got Netflix. They want you to see a show. Tell them to invite you over there. Netflix and chill. If they really want you to see it. But again, it's not a necessity to have it. If you're working 60 hours a week, you ain't going to be worrying about watching Netflix and all this other stuff when you get to the crib. You're going to be tired. You're going to be ready to lay it down. You done made your bread for the day. Get up and do it again. Use those advantages to take advantage of those small things that you probably never paid attention to. Like I said, your bills. Get your bills together. Take care of all your bills. Clear your path. Get your LLC. Run it up.
And grind for that family, man. Make sure you got it for you and your family, and stack up and prepare, man. Cause life is short. Shout out to DC Youngfly, man. His family, condolences to his, family for the passing of his wife. So make sure your mental and your family straight too, man. And y'all grind. Treat every day like it's your last. You know what I'm saying? That's my closing for it. But yeah, man. Y'all stay positive, stay working. Keep God first.
Two notches left in what I was speaking on. Your LLC. That's one thing I feel that's big. Get your LLC if you are considerably going to be a business.
Absolutely.
That will save you a whole lot of headache in the long run and keep up with your license every year. Keep up with whatever comes along with the LLCs, the EI numbers, all that stuff like that. Make sure you have all that stuff taken care of because that's what's gonna make you your money and that's what's gonna keep your money coming in. Thanksgiving giveaway, please donate to that. And when you get a chance, if you can, donate to the Not Just Music as a whole. Period. Follow us on all of our networks. Just Google Not Just Music Podcast. All of our stuff will come up. Get on there. Follow all our distribution. All our music. Follow the RSS feed. Help us out. Share that around. Just like y'all keep sharing all of our shorthand content. We appreciate all the love that we've been getting. And next week we will definitely be back right here in this position again, right here in these chairs, 8:00 p.m. And we will see y'all then again. Not Just Music Podcast. I'm your boy Duan Brino. Got Quincy Murdoch in the building. And we will see y'all next time.